So I do not often go to other people's pages to give my opinion when I have like a categorically different worldview or opinion from them, because I feel like that's what my own personal platforms are for. And if I'm really going to somebody else's like page or post really just to be disagreeable, I feel like I'm just being like a menace, a nuisance. And so why would I want to put that kind of energy out there? So I feel like my pages and my platforms are for my opinion, and then I get the opportunity to curate or create whatever kind of experience I want to have here. I made a mistake clearly of going to a post where they were actually asking for people's opinions about some things I've been talking about lately about that has been in the news, about this alleged unaliver. And so anyway, I got a lot of feedback from that, including people just speaking about like how offended that they felt by my comment. And just for the record, it wasn't like I felt like I said anything different than I have like discussed here about the incident. Very similar sentiment, but anyway, this person was like really offended by it. But really made me want to talk about how taking offense or being offended, it really is a choice. That's something I get to make a decision about. And what's crazy to me is oftentimes when I see online in certain discourse, it's like people are offended oftentimes by things where they have like the least amount of information. Like for example, if I'm speaking in a video, you get to hear my voice, you get to hear the tone, you get to hear how fast I'm talking, right? You get to see how my hands are moving. What does my facial expression look like? Like there's so much more information that you're getting from that, as opposed to if I wrote a comment and then you read it without hearing my voice, without hearing the tone, without knowing me personally, without any other information, and electing to be offended. So many other options you have besides choosing to be offended. You can ignore something you see that bothers you or that you don't agree with. You can block certain information that you see that you don't agree with. You can ask for clarification. Maybe that intention was not to come across the way that you have interpreted it. You can ask for clarification. You could give the person grace. Maybe you do know them personally. Maybe you do know their character in other situations, and you can elect to give the person grace for a bad take or for a misunderstanding. I'm not saying you should never be offended. I guess I just want to make the point that it's a choice, and you can choose not to be offended by, things that you come across online. And yes, there are other options you can take when you do encounter an opinion, a take, something that you are not sure about the intention versus impact. You can actually take other action besides, being offended.